Hello and welcome to the team call. Today I'm going to be talking about belief in yourself as a coach. And I just wanted to share with you guys that, the last couple of months, it's been kind of tough. I will tell you guys that August, September, those tend to be the months that are really hard for coaches and in business a lot of the times because people are going back to school and people are going back to work. And there's a lot of adjustments that need to be made. And a lot of times people feel like maybe they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Maybe they're not being a good enough coach. And so I thought that this team call would be right on time to let you know that you are not alone and to still have belief in yourself as a coach as you continue to go along your journey. It's a roller coaster. It has its ups and downs. We all have our ups and downs. But if you stick with it, just know that you will regain the momentum that you feel that you've lost. So just know that you haven't totally lost momentum if you're still working, and just believe in yourself as a coach through the tough times and believe in yourself altogether. So today what I'm going to talk about is probably a no-brainer, but I feel like it's not rocket science, but at the same time, I think we all need the reminder that you can do this and that you are a good coach and that you are a good leader, and that all of this really takes time and patience and tweaking and learning. Like, we're constantly learning as coaches. It doesn't matter where you are in this business, whether you're a new coach, whether you're a premier coach or an elite coach, whether you're a star diamond, whether you're whatever you are in this business, we are constantly learning and growing. Nobody in this business has all the answers. Nobody in this business is perfect. So I want you to have the belief in yourself. So I put together a short list of do's and don'ts on believing in yourself as a coach. So I'm going to go ahead and share my slideshow. Let me get to it. I really need to clean up my desktop, you guys. Yeah, I'll get there. One step at a time. See, totally not perfect. Totally kind of a hot mess half of the time, but I still get the job done. So believe in yourself as a Team Beachbody coach. Like I said, it's not rocket science. I feel like, everybody really truly know these things, but it's always good to have a reminder, especially in the tough months. So if you ever have a tough month, I want you to look back at this video and remind yourself that you can do it, okay? So one of my favorite quotes is, "What if I can't? But what if I can?" So many times that we are either scared to set a date on our goals, or we're afraid to say what we really want because we are afraid that we aren't going to do it. But sometimes people are afraid that they are going to do it. Did you know that some people are just as scared of success as they are afraid of success as much as they are afraid of failure? It's true. I've seen it. So I'm going to move on. And so you guys, let me see how I can do this. I always forget. Slideshow from beginning. Okay. All right. So I already talked about that. And then I had embedded a video for you guys, believe in yourself. It's kind of a 4-minute video, but I couldn't get it to play. I followed all the directions, but I couldn't get it to play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link this video, or actually share this video, or yeah, I'll link it. I'll link it in the YouTube where I have this, but I'll also share it where I have all the team calls right under this video so that you guys can see it. It's a really great video on believing in yourself. Okay, so so often I think that we want our children to believe in themselves, right? But how many times do we second guess ourselves? You know what I mean? And so I just want you to have that. Treat yourself with the same kindness that you would treat your child when you are in the process of becoming a coach, when you're in the process of becoming a leader. And I'm talking to myself when I say this to you guys. So anytime I do a team call, a lot of times it's a reminder for me. And I feel like maybe if I'm feeling a certain way, maybe you are. And like I've said, I've talked to coaches one-on-one or seen coaches post things where you're kind of losing a little bit of belief in yourself, or you're questioning what's going on because it's a slow month or whatever. But even in the slow months, know that you're going to be okay. So my list of do's and don'ts, my first one is, don't compare yourself to others. Okay, this is huge. Okay, this is really, really huge. So we all have, we all have the same products. We all have the same opportunity. We all have, pretty good information out there, right? So a lot of times when we have rank advancement day on Thursday, or, we, at the end of the month, we do success club, or we have the top 10 coaches or whatever. A lot of times we compare ourselves and wonder why we're not there yet, or maybe I'm not good enough, or what am I not doing, or what am I doing, or what is she doing that I'm not doing. So I want you guys to know that everybody comes in this business. We all start at zero, but we all come in this business at different points in our life. Okay, we're all so different, and everybody's journey is so different. So one thing I want you to do is never compare your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 6. Okay, you don't know what another person has to overcome. You don't know what you might have. We don't know what you have to overcome. So we all have things that we have to overcome, and we all have our places where we need to grow. Okay. And I want to tell you guys that looks are not everything. And you never know what someone's going through. So don't compare yourself to another person ever. Okay, because that right there is, what is it? The comparison is the thief of all joy. That is so true. So just make sure you run your own race. You have your goals, you work on your goals. Don't compare yourself to someone else, because like I said, you don't know what they're going through. They don't know what you're going through. And I don't believe in calling other people lazy. I hear this all the time. Well, they're just lazy. You don't know what someone could be suffering with or going through. So I don't believe in calling people that, but I do believe that, I do believe in pulling out of people what they have inside and showing them that they're capable. And if they do something with it, they do. And if they don't, they don't. But never compare yourself to anyone. Okay. Next is surround yourself with don't surround yourself with negative people or naysayers. I know a lot of people use the word haters. I don't like to use the word haters because I just feel like sometimes people just don't understand what we do as coaches, or don't understand what we do, or maybe they don't feel good about themselves, so they have something negative to say, or sometimes they're afraid. I remember Chalene Johnson was talking about sometimes your partner could be afraid of maybe you being more successful or something like that. So just don't surround yourself with negative people or naysayers, okay? And when you do that, just make sure that when someone says something, if it doesn't feel like it's constructive, let it go in one ear and out the other. There's constructive criticism, and then there's just criticism. Whether you like it or not, some people are fault finders, and they might not even realize they're fault finders, but don't take it personal. Just do your best. So when you're dealing with someone who is maybe a family member, when it's a family member who is negative, it can be kind of a little bit harder to put that aside or put that on the back burner, right? But one way to do that is to make sure that you are also surrounding yourself with people who believe in you and what you're doing. Okay, like your team believes in what you're doing. You believe in what you're doing. So make sure that you set boundaries with people who might not necessarily believe in what you're doing, and don't take it personal. Okay, you have to create those boundaries. And when you compare yourself to other people and you surround yourself with people who are not completely positive about what you're doing, and you're constantly hearing that, of course there's going to end up being some kind of like negative self-talk. So one thing I want to say is don't listen to negative self-talk. Okay. Negative self-talk is, it's one thing to be constructive and ask yourself or write down a list of things that you feel like you could do better at, versus saying something like, I really am not a good leader. I suck at this. There's no way I'm going to be able to do this. Look at her. I can't do it. Whatever. It's taking me too long to do this. Why am I taking forever to do this? Why is it taking me so long to get to my goals? I'm never going to get there. Like that is negative self-talk. Or, well, I messed that up. I failed completely. I'm a total loser. I can't do it. Really listen to what you say to yourself. Okay. There's a difference between negative self-talk and giving yourself constructive criticism. Like, instead of doing that, write down a list of things that you feel that you're good at, whether you're good at talking to people, or whether you're good at, you're really good at cooking, or you're really good at motivating and encouraging people. And if you're not so good at other things, write it down. Write down what you feel like you could improve on. Okay, there's nothing wrong with needing to improve something at all. We all need to improve somewhere. I'm constantly in the process of improving or growing or learning. We all are. So remember that negative self-talk is one thing and constructive criticism is another. So make sure that you know the difference, and that you're listening to your negative self-talk, and that you're able to turn that switch around and think, okay, what did I do well? What do I need work on, and how can I work on that? And we'll get to that a little bit later. And I wanted to say, I added this: don't quit before you fully get started. If you have a really big goal and a really big why, if you had a goal to do it in 2 years, but it took you 4, would you say that you failed, or would you say that you still succeeded? I would say that you still succeeded. You just didn't succeed in the time that you wanted to succeed. I believe that everything is in right timing. Some things happen that we can't control. And like I said, it goes back to don't compare yourself to other people, because we all have a different journey. And sometimes things get thrown at us, but as long as you don't quit, that is where you win, as long as you don't quit. If you keep going, you dust yourself off, you learn from your mistake, and you keep going, or you learn from whatever is going on in your life and you keep going, you are a winner. So don't quit before you fully get started. I always tell people, if you're going to do this business and you want to see it work, and you're not seeing results for the first 3 months, why quit when you haven't even given it a full year? I always tell coaches, you might want to give it a full year to see what could happen. Okay, give it a full year of consistent effort, and I tell you, something is going to happen. Something is going to change with consistent effort. It has to. So that moves me over to do. So do find a success partner. Okay, and that goes with not surrounding yourself with negative people or naysayers. When you have a success partner, you really want a success partner to help you out with maybe, the list that you made of what you can improve. Okay, your success partner may be able to help you work through something. So make sure that your success partner is someone who challenges you and who pushes you forward. I have several success partners, but my main success partner, Jocelyn Santiago, we push each other. And we're at different points in our business, but we continue to push each other in different ways. If we say we're going to start 10 new conversations that day, I say, okay, let's do 15, and let's report back to each other. We've done things like that where we had a weekly goal of what we were going to do to help each other move forward. So make sure it's okay if your success partner is different than you. I think that's beautiful when you have a success partner that's different than you, that complements you, rather than a success partner that's going to coddle you. I want a success partner who's going to tell me the truth. And Jocelyn and I really tell each other the truth. So make sure that you surround yourself with someone who is going to help you out. And I would say the best way to find a success partner is maybe somebody who's not directly in your downline or directly on your team. It could be somebody who is within your team, but not directly in your downline, in case it doesn't work out. Sometimes I say finding a success partner is like dating, and if it doesn't work out, no hard feelings. And you can always have more than one success partner as well. Do track your progress. And I will tell you guys, this is how, tracking your progress is huge for your belief. I will tell you that, it goes back to don't compare yourself to others, but make sure you're running your own race. When you are tracking your progress, you can look back at the end of the week and see that you did meet your goal of adding new people to your Facebook page, or starting 5 or 6 new conversations, or inviting 6 people to your new challenge group. So if you have goals set up, make sure that you're either using the business activity tracker. I use something similar, which I can share with anybody on the team, my tracker that I use. And when you look at that tracker and you're on track and you're tracking everything that you're doing, you're gonna build belief in yourself. And when you see that you're consistently doing those behaviors, it's going to help you believe in yourself. And not only that, you are going to build momentum in your business. You're going to build momentum in your business that can't be stopped because you're constantly doing the activities that move your business forward and that move you forward and that help you get out of your comfort zone. I will tell you guys, when I'm not tracking my business, I can tell I struggle. When I'm not tracking my business, I'm pushing to hit my goals at the end of the month, or I'm not hitting high numbers or whatever. I really, honestly, I don't hit super huge high numbers, but I do, hit my goals. And it's because I track my business. And when I'm not tracking my business, I can tell. So tracking your business is huge. It feels so good to look back at the end of the week and say, okay, I wanted to invite 6 people to a challenge group, but I asked 5. And you know what? Next week I'm going to do better. Or I wanted to invite 6, but I invited 8. I went past my goal of inviting 6 people to my challenge group. I hit 8. Okay, so tracking those small things or tracking those little things every single day is huge for you and your belief, especially when you're a new coach. And it helps you stay more organized and more efficient with what you should be doing each day. And that moves me to be proof the product works. So share your progress, share your journey, know the products. Using the Beachbody products is one way for you to gain belief in yourself of talking to other people. If you don't know about a product or you don't know how to help someone when you're talking to people or inviting them to something, if you haven't studied the product or used the product, you're not going to have as much confidence as you would have as if you use the product or if you looked it up in the coach online office or watch videos on the product or whatever. Because, we are in the business, we are in a people business, and we are in this business of helping other people reach their goals first, right? So we want to help people reach their goals while we're on our journey. So when we're being the proof the product works while we're on our journey, we can turn around and help somebody else get started on their journey. And we can have confidence talking about that because we know the product, because we used it. Or we know somebody in one of our challenge group who used it. Or we studied it. So make sure you're being proof the product works and you're sharing your journey on social media and you're learning about each product, because it's just going to give you more confidence to help, whether it's a family member you want to help, a friend you want to help, or a stranger. I mean, have the confidence in talking about that. And it all takes time. All of this takes time. The next one, do make sure you show up to events, calls, and listen to recordings. I feel like this is huge. Right now I'm doing a team call. Nobody's on tonight, but that's okay. You can watch the recording back, but I will tell you guys that being at live events like Super Saturday, Platinum Edge is coming up. Summit is huge, you guys. If you haven't gotten your Summit ticket yet and you're a new coach, you can earn your Summit ticket. You can earn your summit ticket fairly easily, and we can talk about that. So these events are absolutely amazing. It fills your cup up. I feel like when you get to events and you're plugging in with your team, or you're listening to recordings, or you're listening back, it helps you move your business forward. It helps you relate to your team. And when you listen to recordings or you're on a team call live, you'll learn that you're not alone with maybe some things that you're struggling with. And you have people here to help you move forward. You have an entire team to help you get to where you want to be. You not only have your coach, you have your team, you have a success partner, you have all this information at your fingertips. If you don't watch my calls back, feel free to watch any other coach back. I'm not going to resonate with everybody, and that's cool. And some people might love me, some people might not get me, and that's okay, because it's cool, because we have a YouTube channel where there's tons of coaches out there, tons of recordings out there for you to check out so that you can learn, so that you can fill your cup up. Okay, and then you can take whatever you learn from that person and make it your own. It's okay, and it's a beautiful thing that all this information is out there. So make sure that you're showing up to live events. I don't know about you guys, but I took a team. It was so nice to be able to have a team of coaches with me going to my second summit. The first summit that I went to, I went all by myself. And I went with Lauren and her team. So it was nice this year to go with my team and have a house. And I feel like there was some bonding experience. I got to know the coaches a little bit more, and really just had a blast learning about the business and working out with celebrity trainers. I mean, events are fun, and it helps you realize that you're part of something way bigger than yourself. So when you're sitting in your office and you feel alone, and just get on a team call. If you feel like I'm alone in this, get on a team call, talk to your coach, listen back to a team call, and know that you're not alone, that you have this amazing community and you're part of something huge. You're part of something awesome. And when you go to live events, it's hard to explain in words like how huge it actually is. It's amazing. So if you haven't gone to Summit yet, if you're not going to Platinum Edge, you got to get to these events. So make sure that you're showing up to these events, listening back to calls, listening to recordings, because it's only going to help you out and move your business forward. Okay. And you're going to learn that you're not alone and that you have so many people to connect with. It's a beautiful community. It really is. And then make sure that you're listening to checking out personal development. When I talked about earlier about negative self-talk, remember that when it comes to negative self-talk, like I said, like it's one thing to have negative self-talk, and then it's one thing to know what you need to improve on. And whenever you're choosing a personal development book, your coach can choose a personal development book to help you out with anything that you're struggling with. And you guys can go over that book. You guys can work through it together, but get to a point to where you're able to look through books and find books for yourself, because self-development and personal development to me is the most important thing in this business. You have to create tougher skin if you want to be in this business for the long haul. You have to be willing to grow. You have to be willing to learn, and you have to be willing to really invest in yourself. And you have to be able to do that so that you can turn around and invest in other people. This is a people business. And if you are not good with people, you are going to have a really hard time. So make sure that you learn to be, you don't, even if you're an introvert, learn to talk to people. I don't know if you guys saw that I posted a video to the team page about, what was it about? The book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. I don't think I posted it yet, or I recorded it, but I need to share it with you guys. But really, I talked about that book because I really feel like this is a people business. And one of the most overlooked books, I think, is How to Win Friends and Influence People, because really it teaches you how to talk to people, because everybody has a different language. And you have to learn how to speak the language of the person that you're talking to. So personal development and going within yourself and learning about yourself and growing yourself as a person is huge. Okay, invest in yourself so that you can turn around and invest in others. We can't continuously give what we don't have. We might be able to for a little while, but eventually it's going to catch up to you. So make sure that you're feeding yourself what you need so that you can grow. Okay, and it's a beautiful thing. I mean, it really, really is. And I can always tell when I'm not reading the right personal development, or where I'm getting away from the personal development that I need, is because I start to feel crummy. I start to question everything I do. I feel a little bit lost. I wonder if I'm a good leader. I wonder if I'm doing this right or that right. So I know when I need to get into a certain personal development, and I go back to, okay, what do I need to work on? And I ask my coach, what do you feel like I need to work on? Always. I don't care how far I get in this business. I will always ask my upline coach what she sees in me and what she feels like I can work on. And if I don't go to her, I can go to my success partner. So I just wanted to share that with you, is that personal development is huge. So make sure you are filling up your cup and choose things that you know is going to develop you, that you can work on. Okay. Last but not least, Trust the process. There are systems in place for you. Your upline coach has probably put in tons of work to make sure that you're going to get to your goals. So trust the process. Don't only trust the process of getting to your goals, trust yourself. Trust the process of your personal growth. Trust the process unfolding. Trust that things are going to work out for the better. Trust that, okay, this person said they were going to get a challenge pack, but they didn't. Oh no, what am I going to do? Trust that you can do it. Trust that you can keep moving forward. Trust that it's going to be okay. Trust that you're just going to learn from whatever mistake you made and move forward. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Trust what your coach is trying to help you with, because there is a process in place. If your coach has put in hours of creating, I don't care who your upline coach is, if they are putting in place trainings for you, or they're putting in place things to help you get started right, or they're putting things in place for you to move your business forward, trust them and believe in them, and trust yourself and believe in yourself that you can do it. So I just wanted to share that with you. Belief in yourself as a Team Beachbody coach, okay? Especially in the tough times, remember these things. Like I said, they absolutely are not rocket science, but it's really great to know that you're not alone, and it's really great to hear it again. So if you've had a rough month, which I think a lot of us have, like I talked to some of you one-on-one, just know that it's going to be okay. You're amazing, you're beautiful, and you can do it. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.